Noel's News. It's Noel's News.
How long for that?
Well, Noel,
You give me guff there.
that was a nice intro for you.
Wasn't very nice. You said some people were criticising me.
Yeah, down the club, look, some people are giving out about your treatment.
Yeah, some of the mothers are worried about their child's health.
Some of the mothers can get fucked. Did you hear about the last fella down the club who criticised me?
No, who's that?
He died of foot and mouth. He opened his mouth and I stuck my foot in it.
Man, Noel,
That is a fact.
shake him up.
Drive it. 19 years. I was hurling senior.
We'll never forget it.
Another 40 junior B. at least. Now, news.
What age are you?
That is not the news. The news this week. Top story. Australia. As the locals would say, howdy partner. And a yeehaw to you. They have this new thing in Australia called hiking, right? Where you go out into the countryside and you just walk.
Yeah.
You walk up a hill, you walk down a hill, and they call it hiking. In my day, it was called transport. How'd you get home from school? I fucking walked. If my day, if somebody walked up and down a hill for no reason, you'd be burned as a witch. Walking to school. I must have left my e-scooter at home.
Oh, yes.
That was a modern reference.
Yes.
Do you like that one?
I like that one.
Some people are saying I'm too old to do the news.
Oh, you're all hip, man.
Yeah, but people are saying, oh, no, it's too old to be on the podcast. It was said.
Who said it?
It was said.
Who said it?
Margaret heard it.
Did she?
Yeah, she have an ear in every pub in town.
Okay.
People are saying, young people saying, oh, I'm too old. Now, they don't say it to my face. Because they know there's life in the old dog yet.
No.
By dog, I mean me now.
Okay, yeah.
And by me, I mean me and Dermot. We will kick the shit out of any young fella. You've been told. Actually, one of my dogs bit a young fella during the week.
Go away.
Yeah. His mother came in giving out, she was roaring abuse at me. She got bit as well. A good dog. Oh no, he's only a child. Well, if he's old enough to talk shit, he's old enough to get bit. That is a fact. I said, Dad, I will kick him in the chest coming into my yard. Well, not my yard, but to the yard. It was a schoolyard, but I was there. I was there. Well, no, I wasn't there. Like, I was in the pub, but just leave me dog alone, right? Leave him alone. Or Luther Vandross, my little dog.
Luther Vandross.
Yeah, and him and Nicky English, my two top dogs. Australia.
Yes.
These three lads went out hiking in Australia. They were in the outback near the town of Alice Springs. Now, I went to girl with a school named Alice Spring, but I never got her out the back. Oh.
I went to girl with a school.
Don't you cross me. I went to school with Alice Spring. A man by the name of Fu Tran. I did not go to school with him. That's his name?
Fu Tran.
So Fu and two women, they drove out the outback to go hiking. And they got their car stuck in a mucky riverbed and they couldn't get loose. And they were stuck, they waited there for 3 days. And they dug a hole under the car. And they'd hide from the sun. And then at night, they'd sleep in the car. Oh, and people were going mad. And I said, sleeping in the car is no big deal. I often slept in the car.
Did you?
Yeah, well, not me personally, but when my lads were small, when the kids were small, and if myself and the wife, Cameron, if we wanted some alone time, we used to play a game. All the children out into the car for the night. Yay! It was a great game. 6 children sleeping in the car. We called it 90s Russia.
Jesus Christ.
That's a fact. Oh, Daddy, can we turn on the engine for heat? That's not how the game goes, Teresa. You must stand in unity with the proletariat. And then as they got older, the game got a bit out of hand. The two of them actually joined the Communist Party in Ardfinnan. Jeez, there was a time Ardfinnan was wicked into the communism.
Was it?
Yeah. That was before they got Sky TV.
Okay.
Then now they just mostly play football. So these 3 Australians, right? 2 of them headed off on foot. And one woman, she had her dog with her, right? Wait till you hear this. And she said, I'll stay here, partner. Because that's how they talk in Australia. And because she said the dog won't last the walk. Yeehaw. That's a bad dog. Then the two of them that were walking, right? They kept walking until they came to a fence. One went left, the other went right. Right? And he walked for 2 days until he came upon a farm. Now out there, they're wicked big farms out there. Oh, big money. They call it a station, right? And he was rescued. And he told his story, how he survived. He collected up old bad old water out of an old mucky bit of water. And he used to boil it. And then he'd pour it through his shirt to sieve out all the bits. They said he was a right Bear Grylls. Do you remember your man, the old survivor lad, the wildlife man, Bear Grylls? I wonder, is he a cousin of Tom the Bear? I don't know from Banshee.
I never thought.
Remember, I was telling you before, Tom the Bear had the bear costume.
Yeah.
And I got it off him. Yeah. Well, just as gas, last week now, there was a neighbour getting married down the hotel. And they wanted entertainment for the children, Maureen. So I booked a clown, but Smacks never turned up.
Oh,
so,
hey. Brilliant.
So I just happened to have our bear costume out in the van. Myself and Carmel had been up the woods. Have to
so some strange role play.
Have to keep the home fire burning.
I know, right?
I was stealing firewood. So what are you gonna do? Ring the guards? Oh, there's a bear stealing my firewood. I don't think so, Pascal. So the children were all there. They were all there lined up waiting to meet the bishop. Right? And in I came in the bear costume. Roaring, like, ah! Roaring. Well, they got such a laugh out of it, the children. Did they? Yeah. One mother said to me, her daughter's still talking about it.
Go on.
Yeah, she said she can't sleep at night thinking about the big bear. Oh, Mammy, the bear is going to get me. She'd be screaming at night. Oh, great crack. You know, children are fun. And I think adults, we could learn a lot from them. When I ran in, dressed as a bear, with a slash hook in my paw, saying I was going to stab them,
oh my God,
to see their little faces light up. They all ran off screaming. It was a great crack. It was a great hard crack now. Sister Campbell died of a heart attack, actually. But kind of knocked the crack out of the wedding for a while. But her funeral is actually on next Wednesday. Be another day out. Huh?
Will you wear the bear costume for that?
The bear might make an appearance again, huh? The bear might be back. So, these 2 guys in Australia, they went for a walk and they turned up 2 weeks later. That is nothing. I remember the 91 All-Ireland final. Myself and Dermot went up on the Friday. And Dermot didn't come home until 2008. And that was a session. No. And as Dermot said to the guards, boys will be boys. So mind yourselves if you're going hiking. Now, I want to give you a small bit of advice now. Stop pulling at yourself there. What are you at? I want to tell you, I want you to learn something now. I'm going to learn you something here now, right?
Great grammar.
There's a day, I want to learn you about a day in America where they all eat and drink too much. That's every day, says you. It's called Thanksgiving. Now, if you're listening to this and you're not from America, you won't give a shit. But I'm going to tell you anyway. Do you know the story of Thanksgiving?
No.
No, I didn't think so. If it's not in the Beano.
The Beano.
A load of lads left England in 1620 and they were on a boat called the Mayflower. A Stenline job, right? And they landed in Cape Cod near Boston.
Boston.
Yeah, we'll go with that. They had no sat-nav, no teletext. It's like trying to find your way out of the flat now and the wife ringing you. The wife be ringing me, I can't hear you. And you scuttered. So when they landed, right? They landed abroad in America. Or whatever it was called at the time. And the whole place was winter. There was snow everywhere and all. And the pilgrims said, oh shit. Because it turned out they were useless at fishing, right? They were no good in the wild. They had no bushcraft. I tell you, back in my day, I was a fair artist in the bush.
Aye.
Starting fires, catching rabbits, the whole lot, right? So the pilgrims, they fecked a load of corn off the local lads, the Native Americans, right? They wham Wampanoag Native Americans, who since relocated to Longford and founded Fine Gael. The locals were depleted in numbers because European traders, right, had given them a bout of our disease and they had no immune system to fight. And they were afraid that the neighbouring tribe, the Healy Rays, would take over. And it was actually the Narragansett, I guess, bunch of lads, as my mother used to say. So they made a deal with the Brits. Don't act the bollocks. And we'll stick together against the neighbours. And the Brits said, okay. So the locals showed them how to plant crops. They must have been fucking useless. The Brits, this is typical of England, right? We're going discovering the world. We'll bring 45 priests and no farmers. I tell you, if the Irish lads had discovered America, we'd have planted the whole of New York in spuds. That is the fact. Delaware would just be turnips. Hey, will we build a church? Yeah, I'm just roofing our 25th pub. Now we'll get to it. So a load of them died, and then they had a big dinner with the locals, and it was all grand. And that is the story of Thanksgiving. And just to tell you that years later, the Native Americans moved to Galway and survived by playing Mumford & Sons on Shop Street.
Busking.
They are now known as buskers, which is Native American for man who is pain in hole. They arrived in a big group and were known as the first stag to ever come to Galway. Stag is Native American for man who is drunk as ostrich. And this is why many stag parties now dress up like the natives, with feathers in their hair, maybe a nurse's outfit, a Cork jersey, or a gimp suit. And this is why Galway people are known. What are they known as?
Galwegians.
Tribesmen.
The tribesmen. Get Maureen a cup of tea there, will you? And in 1862, Abraham Lincoln made Thanksgiving a national holiday. He was trying to bring the Yanks together after the Civil War, where they all shot each other and weren't really sure why. In 2015, buskers were recognised as an ethnic group and granted citizenship. They now worship in the streets by singing Wonderwall to appease their god, the red god Ed Sheeran, who they prophesise will someday return to Galway to teach them a new song. And that is the story of Thanksgiving.
Wow.
To all our Yankee listeners. Just local news now. Not a man to blow my own trombone, but I have been offered a slot.
Well.
Not by a lonely housewife, get your mind out of the gutter, but by one of the big radio stations.
Oh, yeah?
You could say I've been headhunted. No more slumming it, because the good people at Kilross Community Radio have offered me a pivotal role in their organisation. They've asked me to be the new weatherman.
No way.
Yeah, and I have an interview for the job.
When?
Well, I'm going to do it now because I don't have my own recording equipment. I'm going to borrow yours. 2 Jimmies. Okay. They have a nice jingle. It's like, Kilross Community Radio. Today in Turles, the wind is so strong, it blew the cap off Father Ryan. He was like a bastard over it. It has great sentimental value as it is from the 2005 WrestleMania where Father Ryan refereed the Triple H versus Batista fight. If found, please return the cap. Please return the cap to the sacristy. New Inn should expect heavy rain, with the possibility of Rose Green farmers coming in and abandoning their tractor in everyone's fucking way. Cashel, it's going to snow on you pricks. Highest temperatures expected in Holy Cross, where things are really heating up for the novena. The Tonalty ICA are landing there tomorrow, so sun cream and sandwiches are advised. The shipping forecast. The Carrick lads are still netting the river for salmon. It is to be avoided, or you might be shot. Flooding is expected in the Keys and Clonmel. How that Chinese restaurant stays open is a holy terror. I'd say their kitchen is like a farmer's armpit. And that is Noel Furlong with the weather.
Thank you.
I'd say I have it in the bag.
Yeah, I say they definitely won't find anyone better to do the weather on Kilross Community Radio.
Yep. I await your offer, lads.
Are you So we have to make you an offer.
make me a counter offer.
Oh my God.
There was talk of me being offered a Dublin job.
The Dublin football job.
Yeah, Jim Gavin is gone. And I went up to meet him and I said, boys, I don't care what you've won. There's going to be a few fucking changes around here.
How did that go down?
Didn't go down too well now, I'll tell you that.
But are you all geared up for Christmas? You're gearing up?
I haven't thought about it yet.
No.
Carmel does, Christmas can be tough.
Yeah.
Christmas can be a lonely time, you know. Carmel does be working nights in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
Trying to keep it poked out to me.
Okay, so yourself and Dermot will be spending a lot of time together over Christmas.
No more than a healthy amount between two
Elderly gentlemen.
elderly gentlemen.
Good man, okay.
I won't ask you about your own Christmas because I don't give a shit.
Good man. Hopefully we can sort out your offer and we'll have you back here next week.
Yeah, and I might see you blowing the marquee in Cork.
Yeah, man, Noel, bye.
If the Spaniards are gone there,
Yeah, they're gone.